is exactly 1 week after Anthony from SMH Quads came to install the Automower, and I thought I'd give you a very brief update to let you know how things are going. And the first thing to say is that actually remarkably well. There haven't been any issues with the Automower. The installation's been fine. I don't know if I was expecting any difficulties, but there certainly haven't been any. And the Automower is coming out regularly each day and mowing the lawn, as you can see. The second thing to say is that in actual fact there are no lumps and bumps in the lawn. So for the first day you could just see some patches as the Automower was getting used to the garden, but as you can see now everything is completely flat and well mown and nice and even. So one of the things that I have noticed over the last week, we've had a huge amount of wet weather here in the UK, and it's certainly here in Wiltshire. I'm on clay, which is normally very wet, and ordinarily just wouldn't be able to cut the lawn, and quite frankly when I was able to get back onto the lawn to cut it with a lawnmower, I think we've all been there, it would be a wet job, it would be clogging up, it would be sticky, it's a horrible job. That's not an issue with the Automower. She's been out working away in all weather, doesn't make any difference to it at all, and just chugging away quietly, just cutting, as you can see. So that's taken a major job and hassle out of my life, and one I'm very grateful for. So in terms of activity, the Automower has been coming out regularly every day, working in a kind of random pattern, as you can see. Yesterday for the first time it went into a spiral pattern, basically moving around, working outwards until it was happy that that patch of lawn was completely cut and at the same length as the rest of the lawn. So I'm told over a period of time it will build up a picture of the garden, get more sophisticated, and then eventually start to cut in the garden, cut areas of the garden according to the growth rate. So it is quite sophisticated. So one thing to bear in mind, I thought it's worth passing on. Anthony, when he installed the Automower, this is the docking stations you can see. You can see where the Automower has been using it and docking well. Now apparently there's been a couple of cases where if there's water lying on the docking base plate, as you can see, of customers drilling holes through the base plate to let the water through. That base plate contains quite sophisticated technology, which is a radio that tells the Automower exactly where it is, and so by doing so it completely damages the product, and it's quite an expensive thing to replace. So bear in mind, don't worry about it. It's rained, as I said, very heavily here for the last week. I've had no problems with it absolutely at all, but please don't go drilling holes in it. So there we have it. After a week, the lawn is looking remarkably well mown, and actually I should say looking well mown all the time. That's one of the other advantages. The lawn never kind of, I think we've all been there, cut the lawn, it looks fantastic, and a day later like you've never been there. Our lawn is looking perfectly well cut all of the time, which is fantastic. The second thing that's happened, I think the children have named the Automower Parker. There seems to be something about them that you want to personalise for some reason, but it's lovely, it's a lovely touch. Questions about where Parker is Parker out, etc, etc.